Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back to New England Fire Cooking. I'm Aaron Higgins, and today we're going to be cooking some beef ribs. Now, we've already done a beef rib video. We did that back in November for Veterans Day. But today I'm trying out a new rub. I'm trying out this kosmosq cow cover rub. I've never used this stuff before, and I've heard really good things about it, and I mentioned to give it a shot. So I pulled these beef ribs out of the freezer a few days ago, and I just gave them a long thaw in the fridge, and then I trimmed them up a little bit. You don't have to go too crazy, but you do want to get rid of most of the hard fat and some silver skin, expose some of that meat on here so the rub can really stick to it and give us a nice bark. One rack is really big, the other rack's a little bit smaller, and that's okay. A couple things to remember, as always with beef ribs. You have a membrane on the back of it, just like you do with pork ribs, but we leave that on because it holds the rack together, okay? It's the only real difference, and obviously the bones are way bigger. The other thing you gotta remember is that we're not gonna season the backside of these beef ribs simply because we're leaving the membrane on. The rub's not gonna be able to get into the meat, so you don't have to season the bone side. To season these, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give it a good base coat with this rub. We wanna build bark, so I'm gonna lay it on pretty good. Don't forget, get your sides. Give it a little bit of a pat. I'll come to the big boy here. Start up top. Get our sides. And then come right over the top of these ribs. Gotta tell you, this rub smells real good. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this rub go to work on this meat. We're gonna let it start pulling some moisture out. We're gonna go fire up the grill. So for charcoal today, we're gonna be using the Kingsford Long Burn. It burns a really long time, and it's really good for long cooks like these beef ribs. So we got it all piled up in our firebox here, and I just threw a couple tumbleweeds by Royal Oak in there, and we're just gonna blast these with a torch. And we're gonna let this go to work. Once these coals start getting hot, we're gonna throw some wood on, let our grill come up to temp, and we're gonna get these ribs on. Make sure you got your vents wide open down at the firebox and also up on the stack. So now that we got some hot coals, it's time to get some wood on this fire. And I'm just starting off with some pecan chunks here. This is what's gonna give us our nice smoke flavor. And pecan is really good with beef. Post oak would be a #1 choice, but pecan is a very close second. So we're gonna close this up, we're gonna let this get up to temp, and then we're gonna get the ribs on. Okay guys, as you can see, we're closing right in on 250. And we got some nice light smoke coming out of the stack. That's what you want. So we're gonna start dialing our vents back a little bit, lock in this temperature. Okay guys, before these ribs go on, as always, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this bigger rack a little bit closer to the fire. We're gonna take this smaller rack, and we're gonna set it right behind it. And keep in mind, these things are gonna cook the way you set them. So when you set them, make sure that's exactly how you want them. Gonna close this back up. Gonna open up these vents a little bit and bring this grill back up to temp. These offset smokers like this react really fast. So I'm gonna adjust the vents, open them up, reestablish 250, and then dial them back, lock in the temperature, and we're just gonna let this roll. Okay guys, these ribs are starting to get a real nice color to them. Oh yeah. Got some juice coming out of these too. Getting some real nice juice out of this. Yeah, it's starting to look nice. Now some people like to wrap their ribs around 165. I don't do that with beef ribs. What I do is I wait until they're around 180, and I really like to build up a bark on ribs. I don't like to wrap them too early, and I don't like to spray them too early because I'm really not trying to wash off any seasonings that I've put on the ribs, because that is flavor and the bark is the best part. Okay guys, these ribs are starting to look really, really good. And what we want to do now, once your rub is really stuck to the rib, you want to just give it a mist. And this spray bottle just has some beef broth in it. You could put red wine or whiskey or coffee or whatever you might want in there, but for this cook, we're just using beef broth. Once the rub sticks to the ribs, I give it a spritz about every hour or so. We're starting to get some really good pullback on these ribs too. They're looking really, really good. Getting close. Okay, you guys, these ribs are looking great. This is the exact color of when I want to wrap. Okay, you guys, we got some red butcher paper here. This is what we're going to be wrapping these in. We're going to give them one last spritz. Add a little moisture to this before they get the rat. That looks pretty good to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over. Fold there. Come up and over the top. Fold here. The same fold on the opposite side. And then come under. That right there, it's a nice little beef rib package. Get it back on the grill right now. All right, one and all, we have been waiting just about all day for these ribs to be done, and now it is time to get them out of this paper. All right, I like what I see here, and I like what I'm smelling. That looks good to me. Let's get them out of this paper and onto the cutting board. Okay, now we let these bad boys rest for about an hour. And I gotta say, I'm really excited by what I see here. Look at this pullback on these bones. I mean, look at that. That is beef. Fred Flintstone, you can eat your heart out, sir. This membrane held up really, really well on the back. Held up perfect. It's holding this rack together. Without this membrane, this rack would have fallen apart. And I am psyched about what I see here. I'm gonna start cutting into these. And the easiest way to do that, flip them straight up and just go right down the middle. And these are cutting very, very well. That's a beef rib if I've ever seen one right there, guys. Look at that. Holy mackerel. I can't wait. We'll set that right there and we'll get into the next one. These guys tempt out right around 196. And that's just a beef rib for the ages. Look at that juice. Oh yeah, come on. You can't get any better than that, guys. You really can't. That's absolutely awesome. Everything about this is awesome. Okay guys, so we got these ribs sliced up. They're looking really, really nice. And before I dive headlong into one of these, this one right here is my name on it. Before I dive right into one of these, let's do a quick run through of what we did. We had some plate ribs. We trimmed all the hard fat off, we got most of the silver skin off, and then we hit them with the kosmosq cow cover rub. We'll let the rub take some moisture out of the meat. We fired up the grill. We were running at 250 today over pecan wood, charcoal and pecan wood. If you have post oak, that's the best. We didn't have that, so we went with pecan, which gave it a really, really, really nice flavor, and I'm really looking forward to these. These smell amazing. And once we got to a point where the rub could stick to the rib without coming off, we started spritzing every hour. Once it got to the 175, 180 mark, we wrapped them in red butcher paper, got them back on the grill, and we finished them off where they temp out right around 195, 200. You know you're good to go. And then we let these rest. Yeah, you have to let beef rest. You really do. You have to let beef rest. We only went an hour. You can easily go 2 hours with these. Same for brisket. Usually, right around an hour, my stomach starts getting squirrely and I've got to eat. So we only let these go for about an hour. But now, I've got to tell you, I'm about to absolutely annihilate one of these big brontosaurus epicness. Just, I can't wait. I can't wait. This went all day. Went all day. It's 9 o'clock at night now. These went on at 11 o'clock this morning, okay? But let me tell you, something like this right here, it's totally worth it. I'm going in. And oh my goodness, this is just the most tender and juicy ribeye steak that you could ever imagine. You really can't go wrong. These are easily one of my favorite things to smoke. Beef-wise, absolutely. Just so much fun, so much juice, so much flavor. The smoke ring is beautiful. Man alive. And kosmosq rubs, really well balanced. It's not over salty. It's not really pepper heavy. It's just got a really good balance, really good flavor. Hats off to Kosmos. This is great. This is absolutely great. Positively delicious. This is a home run. This is a home run. You know, I'm telling you, exercise patience. Exercise patience when you are cooking beef. Wow. It just melts in your mouth, guys. It's been a long day and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to crack a beer and I'm going to enjoy this. But I just got to tell you, thanks for hanging out with us today. This was a long one. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate you, giving our channel the time of day. If you like what you see here and you like what we're doing on this channel, give us a subscribe. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. Leave your comments in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. We'll see you next time.